Welcome back to the Making the Madness YouTube channel. This is Jonathan here to break down the big news as Brakefield has announced that he is heading to Ole Miss. 6'8", former top 50 recruit, just simply put, didn't get enough minutes at Duke to really make an impact. But going down just a level, now he's still going to be a major conference. The SEC may be the best conference in college basketball next year, but certainly going down a level, getting a little bit less pressure on off his back is certainly going to be beneficial for him. And he can come in, he'll play a pretty good role. He'll play probably the four for this team. He's 6'8", he's big, strong, he can shoot the ball, and he'll play next to Nazir Brooks, that will make a very good front court with Brakefield and Nazir Brooks. That's a very, very solid 4-5 combination. And then, the rest of this Ole Miss roster, you're looking at Jarkel Joyner, who I think is, former walk-on, former redshirt. He's become a pretty big star. He was certainly good last year as Ole Miss was making their run late in the season. You've got Luis Rodriguez back for another season, Austin Crowley back for another season. They will bring in a freshman, James White, who should be really good as well. He's a 6'5" guard, 4-star commit. He looks to be a very impactful player, Ty Fagan as well. So for Ole Miss, now with Brakefield in the mix, I think they have some tournament aspirations. Are they a tournament team, dead set going into next season? I would say, just hold off on those expectations. I would say early indications, they're a bubble team once again. Now they do, of course, lose, some stars. Devontae Shuler is out of the mix. He has decided not to use the free year. He's going pro. Romello White also did the same thing. He's going pro. So, those are two pieces, and especially with Shuler gone, had they had Devontae Shuler into the mix, then you're all of a sudden looking at this team as being like a single-digit seed, maybe, back in top 25 team. But, of course he leaves. Jarkel Joyner probably going to run the point for this team. I would expect, them to either go Luis Rodriguez, maybe they go Ty Fagan, James White. Those will be the 2-3. They'll, of course, go with Brakefield at the 4 and Brooks at the 5. I think that's a very solid, starting 5. They've got a couple bench pieces. They've got Sammy Hunter who can back up, Brakefield or Brooks, one of the two. So you're just looking ahead, getting Brakefield into the lineup. Ole Miss can be good, and this is an SEC that looks to be very deep going into next season. You just look at the top. Alabama's going to do Alabama things. Arkansas adds Chris Likes a year after going to the Elite Eight. Of course, Alabama also went to the Sweet 16, won the conference. Auburn's going to be very good again next season. Kentucky is going to do Kentucky things. Florida's added some good transfers. The SEC looks to be very deep, and Ole Miss is a major part of that. So it's going to be interesting to look and see what the league ultimately looks like once, transfer season comes to an end. But this SEC, with Ole Miss in the picture, likely looking like a bubble team, this SEC should be once again, very good next season. Some say it just means more. But, just looking at the SEC, it means they're going to be very solid next season, and certainly getting a transfer like Jaemyn Brakefield to head to Ole Miss is certainly beneficial for the league as a whole, for Ole Miss as a whole, as they look to, contend, make the NCAA tournament next season. That'll wrap up for this edition of the Making the Madness on YouTube. Continue to follow. We will be back breaking down some more transfers. Stay tuned.